This is the Ninjy stream Iceberg, okay? We're gonna go through a lot of the things that happened over the last year, a lot of like stream happenings, jokes, life stuff, references. So like I said, if you want to pop in with any sort of suggestions, let me know. But hold them for just a little bit so I can get through a little bit of the top of the iceberg stuff, because we're gonna try and go in order, okay? So that being said, we're gonna do some really easy gimmies before we move on to a lot of the more interesting stuff. And we kind of just threw this together, so here we go. First one is shot puts in the chat. You know, this one's pretty self-explanatory. If you play in our Smash Bros streams, you know what this is, but it did inspire one of the emotes that we have, and is quite frequently used. If you get a kill with the shot put when you're playing me brawler, then you get shot puts in the chat. That's, you just spam it. Everyone's doing it right now. You can see it. Thank you for the visual aid. But yeah, I feel like this kind of goes for a little bit different characters. You can kind of use that for like K. Rool, neutral special ish, Bowser Jr. ish. I mean, it's kind of similar, and you know, the cannonballs do fall when they go a certain distance. So I don't know, kind of semi-versatile. One of my favorite emotes, to be sure. I need to play more brawler. Everyone needs to play more brawler. I forgot to preface this by saying, guys, also I am a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if my voice starts to get hoarse throughout the stream. So we're gonna do another one here on the top, and whoops, this one is just my sign off. Deuces, y'all. You get the little Ninjy salute there, say goodbye. And I don't know, there's not really much more to say about that. Next one is going to be my humble beginnings in the streaming world. I know a lot of you guys are actually like longtime watchers, so I do appreciate it, but this single question is going to catch you a lot by surprise. And so I want to ask an open-ended question to you guys before I reveal the answer, okay? When I started streaming, the reason why I started streaming was because I was alone in my 3-bedroom house. You know, my fiance at the time had moved to Missouri for a job. I've had a whole bunch of people tell me that streaming was probably something that I would be good at, so I gave it a shot. You know, when I started, I didn't even have a camera, right? It was literally just the game. And I was talking into a mic playing video games at like midnight until 2 in the morning. Here's the question that I have for you guys. When I started streaming, what was the first game that I ever streamed? Ever? Does anybody know? I'll give you a hint. It's not Smash Bros. Okay. Lee says Pokemon, Apple says Pokemon, Jaden says Outlast, Botman says Rivals. All good answers. Jaden is close because Outlast was the first YouTube video that I ever made. Holy crap, if you go out, have you ever watched those first YouTube videos? I mean, again, I've said this before, my videos are not good. You know, maybe except for like the last one. I think the last one's pretty decently good. I like the writing in it. Yeah, it's actually Pokemon Scarlet. Lee and Apple are correct. well done, good memories. I don't think that you guys have been around when I played Scarlet, because I don't think I had any followers when I was playing Scarlet. But I have mentioned it before. Yeah, so yeah, I've got a decent amount of Rivals clips on TikTok. That is true. I mean, you know, a good variety of games on YouTube and TikTok. And even more to come. You mentioned it like twice now, and I tried to remember for no reason. Yeah, I know. I mean, that was just like my first foray into streaming, where I was like learning how to talk into the mic and learning how to fill the space. So, and Scarlet had just come out because it was just right after my birthday, because that's when I started streaming. It was after my birthday in 2022. Was it 2022? It was, yeah. All right. This is going to be a fun one, and one that I have not really shared on stream. Of course, all of you guys know that... Where'd that go? All of you guys know that I have been a tournament player for quite some time. And this is going to be fun because I have some visual aids for you guys, okay? Tournament history. Ninjy's tournament history. I have been in tournament for about 10 years now. It's coming up on 10 years. I've said 10 years for a while, but it's coming up on 10 years. And let me show you some stuff. Luckily, I had a little bit of time to prep for this stream. And I have to show you guys some history. Now, I went through back when I was in college, and I'm gonna sort of dox myself by doing this, I'm not gonna lie. I went to college in Colorado State University. I graduated with a computer science degree, and that whole time, I needed some socialization. And what I chose to do was play Smash Bros. In tournament. Turns out I was actually pretty decently good at it in my city. Back in the days when Ninjy was actually good at Smash, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm decent right now. I was better back then. My very first Smash Bros. Tournament was actually a Brawl tournament when I was like 13. Then when I got into college, I did one more Brawl tournament before I started doing Smash 4 tournaments. Now, let's see how far back we can go, okay? Look at this. You guys check this out. This is the Colorado State University Smash Power Rankings of Q1 2018. You notice anything? You see your boy right here? As early as 2018, we were playing Yellow Donkey Kong in tournament with a Diddy secondary. At the time, I was 5th. Yeah, we were top 5. We were top 5. You know, funny enough, all of these guys, I know all of these guys so well. You know, we got a Bayo top 10 in Smash 4, obviously. Roy, 9 Lives, friend of the stream. Shout out to 9. Yeah, she was and is still a Roy player. There's Cloud. AA Battery was the guy that ran my tournaments. Geez, whenever I played Ninjy, this was just a counter pick war. And Pink Menace was number 1 in my region. Pink Menace actually did go on to be state PR. So he farmed our weeklies. Kind of taking a little bit of a detour. Gumi. Does anybody know Gumi? Do you guys know who Gumi is? Top 5 is nice. Ninjy 5, my goat, is top 5. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's a college that I'm thinking about going to. Yeah, Cloud God, this is where I graduated. I was playing... We're going to go even further back. We're going to go even further back than 2018. But... top 8 in Melee using random is actually crazy. Yeah, you was insanity. Just, he was wild. But anyway, going back to Gumi. So Gumi is very, very prevalent in the Melee scene. He made the Goomwave controller, which was supposed to essentially, it was like doing a universal controller fix, like the mod for Melee to make some tech easier to perform, but you put it on your controller. It was just a little bit too good. So I know him personally. I mean, like, we're acquainted, we're not friends, but yeah, he made these Goomwave controllers, but he also made the Goomizoomy tech in Melee. Let me here. I'm just gonna pause the music for a second so we can look at the Goomizoomy. So this is Goomy right here, right? If you don't know what the Goomizoomy is, look at how Samus moves. Basically, it's like 3 or 4 frame perfect inputs. I'm gonna turn the volume down, but you can see how he slides across the stage right there. The Goomizoomy, that's the Goomizoomy. He's in my region. This guy, he made the Goomizoomy, and it just a little bit of extra, like, Ninjy lore. Yeah, it's wild. It's really weird tech. Not super useful. But yeah, anyway, going back to images. This is probably one of the last, smiling for the camera. Oh gosh, that was supposed to be my Spotify. Sorry. Probably one of the last, what do you call it? Power rankings that I was on. That was the Super Goomizoomy. Bruh. I don't know, man, looks useful to me. It's useful in certain situations, Botman, but it's really hard to perform because there's, like I said, it's like 3 or 4 frame perfect inputs. So if you literally don't do it perfectly every time, you just drop your punish. But yeah, this is I think my most recent tournament season ranking. To go even further beyond, let's see. I've got a lot of these, so I don't know if we're gonna use all of them. Let's hop to winter of 2017. Let's see. This might get a little bit weird looking when I zoom in. Check this out. PR 2017. Do you see me? Number 4. We're number 4 right here. Do you see the main? Who are we using today? Right under here. Sheik. It's Yellow Sheik. This is where I was playing really hot. Top 4. Pink Menace at the time was just under this hidden boss. His name was Callus. Crazy dude playing weird zoners. That were not good in Smash 4. Terrible characters. But this guy is cracked, and if he played competitively, my dude would wreck everybody. Yeah, so I was a Sheik main. This, again, was back winter 2017. Let's go even further beyond, shall we? CSU PR summer of 2016. Huh? Okay, getting better. Getting better. Ninjy dual main. Look at this. Sheik and Cloud. I played Cloud in maybe 2 sets. Top 2, baby. Top freaking 2. Oh man, I forget some of these people. Chemtrail. Sirota. I actually just... you know what's funny is this guy, Sirota, used to live at the apartment complex that I work in right now. But yeah, we were top 2, baby. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yellow Sheik and Cloud. This is when Cloud just came out too, I believe. So kind of weird. I decided that I wanted to try playing Cloud when he just came out, and then it didn't really stick. But everyone knew that his limit break mechanic was crazy back then. We just didn't know how crazy the finishing touch, like how easy it was going to be to combo into it. Because you could do falling up air and then double jump finishing touch, and it would kill it like 40. You're making me jealous, Ninjy. Dude, this is nothing to be jealous about. This is just me having way too much time on my hands when I was in college. Infinite limit, yeah, it would not run out after a certain amount of time. And then let's just go back to the beginnings of my tournament scene. Here we go. Check this out. This was my very first power ranking I ever made it on. Fall of 2015. I came with the receipts. I said that I've been playing in tournament for almost 10 years. Some of you didn't believe me. Ninjy, number 10 with Sheik. The yellow Sheik in Smash 4. Any of y'all want to ever play Smash 4? I will be there. You're going to die from the stupidest ladder combos, 50-50s. I played so many characters in Smash 4. I played Fox. I played ZSS. I played DK. I played Sheik. I played, oh gosh, who else did I try and play? I played a little bit of Kirby. I was just all over the place. It was whack. A Kirby in top 7. Yeah, these Kirbys were the highest in my region. So this was Pink Menace. Again, he became state PR. He was like number 2 at one point. And then Kite was a friend of mine at the time who thrived off of the suck and cuck. Just absolutely thrived off the suck and cuck, and he did it to people all the time, and people would get mad. It's just like, don't go near Kirby at the ledge. It's really not that difficult, okay? I want to play Smash 4. I'm so bad at Smash 4. I'd still play Bowser in Smash 4. The only thing good about Bowser in Smash 4 was his pivot grab. Because that crap was whack. It had so much range. I was also bad at Smash 4. I distinctly remember going to a tournament in Michigan. It was just a local tournament, and a top Mario player named Ally, who has now been found to, you know, solicit inappropriate images from minors. But at the time, we didn't know that. I money matched him on stream for $20 and got trounced. I didn't take a single stock, and it was a best of 5. It was really bad. Yeah, that's a story for a different day, Botman. That's not at all relevant to the Smash or the Ninjy lore, the Ninjy stream lore. But yeah, Smash 4 Mario is an actual menace, dude. Smash 4 Mario is bullcrap. Literally just down throw, up tilt, up tilt, up tilt until 35%. Then you could follow up with up air, up air, up air, up air, up air, up the battlefield platforms, and then up B, and then people died. Terrible, terrible game. Awful game. But yeah, just as for a little bit of a reference, these are, I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 PR images that I was able to find that I was a part of. That spans from fall of 2015 to winter of 2017. No. Q1 of 2018. So we started here and we ended here. Look at that. Look at the level up in just the quality of the PR images too. We went from 10th to 5th. We did get all the way up to 2nd. So it's crazy. Rage was so dumb in Smash 4. No, Rage was good for DK in Smash 4. I could ding-dong people and they would die like 25% earlier if I was at max range. But yeah. Now you guys can truly see how long I've been playing Super Smash Bros. It's bad, dude. And like, I know I get frustrated with this game sometimes, but can you blame me? Right? Like, for playing for this long? Very nostalgic to go back and look at. But that's all that I have for the top of the iceberg. Does anybody have anything that they think needs to be added to the top of the iceberg. This should be very, very easy stuff, very well-known things about the stream, well-known things about me. Your skin gives you power. Yes, that is a quote that I said. That's not going on the iceberg. Like, I'm trying to keep a lot of inside jokes to a minimum. And of course, if you have any AMA questions, like I said, just throw them out whenever you would like. I'm going to kind of use this next one as like a catch-all. For what we like to call Ninjy's nicknames. Gay guy in the back with the painted nails. You guys remember when there was a time where I was painting my nails a little bit? Bobman says, can you give me $5? No, sorry. If I gave you $5, I'd have to give everyone $5, then I'd be broke. Yeah, so I'm using this as a catch-all for Ninjy nicknames. I get called a lot of things besides my name, Dan, Daniel, middle name Theodore, so Teddy. But there was a time where I was painting my nails because I was really trying not to bite my left fingernails. So I'd only paint my left hand, and I need to start doing that again because I'm not following through with that promise. But I was at work, and some customer did not know my name and referenced me as the gay guy in the back with the painted nails. Now, I very much am not gay. Not that that's a bad thing, but it was just funny to me that somebody would refer to somebody that they don't even know like that. So I had to go tell stream, and then of course I was getting called that for days. Little did they know that Shamo exists. Exactly. So yeah, then I got Nerd Ninjy, I got Buff Ninjy from like you know, this meme, the Nerd Ninjy meme. Hi guys. And then Buff Ninjy from one of Nate's drawings, one of his fan arts. And I don't know, you guys can put any other nicknames in the chat. Yeah, the Dandrew Tate. Yep. Because you know, I can't think of all these off the top of my head. It's some stupid crap, because I did do a good Andrew Tate short, I will say that. But moving on, I'm gonna kind of roast myself with the next one, if I'm being honest with you. But the next one is YouTube videos. I used to be better to you guys, and I'm sorry. My bad. I'm busy. Yeah, YouTube videos. Y'all remember when I used to do full-length YouTube videos? Remember when I put in that effort? I did full-length YouTube videos and YouTube shorts every single day. That was when I was working from home. And when I was working from home, I didn't have a whole bunch of work to do, so I could edit the videos on the clock. But here's the thing. I learned that your long-form YouTube or long-form content watchers and your shorts watchers do not intersect. And I was getting, you know, like, for roughly like 10 hours of work for a 10-minute video, I was getting like 40 to 60 views per video. I think my best one was the Hogwarts video, and it had like 200 or something like that, something ridiculous, just because Hogwarts just came out. And I thought, you know what, this isn't worth it. I get hundreds of videos on, or hundreds of views on the shorts. Just make shorts. That's it. So I did. And it's paying off. A lot of my shorts are actually getting, you know, a few thousand views, which isn't anything to brag about, but it's much better than what I expect. Especially lately. They're kind of popping off a little bit. You know, if I ever was able to make any sort of revenue from streaming and YouTube, I might be able to contract somebody out to edit together videos for me. It's just not, it's not a thing right now. So I apologize if that was something that you enjoyed. But seeing as the low number of views, you probably didn't. So who cares? let's move on. I remember when you did like 3 in my entire time here, maybe 4 to 5. Yeah, you know, there was a time where I was doing them once a week. But it, like I said, it was just way too much. Way too much. This is an inside joke, this next one, but I feel like it is worth sharing. The annual Ninjy stream potluck. Whoop, hold on a minute. Where is my bill? There we go. The annual Ninjy stream potluck. This is the only inside joke that I put on here. Well, for this tier anyway. There are people that always say they want to like meet me in person. And it's always weird to say, oh yeah, sure, you know, like one-on-one, let's meet up. I don't know you people. What if I go and meet up with somebody and I get murdered? Like, then no one will know what happened. And you know, stream's over, videos are over. So my joke was that, yeah, we could all do like a fan meetup. And it would be a potluck, and half of it would be people not cooking, but you'd buy the food from whatever restaurant you want and bring it. So, you know, we'd have like burrito supremes from Taco Bell. We'd have, you know, spicy chicken from Popeyes. We would have sushi. Like, it's stupidest thing. This is not a real thing. Like, let's be clear. I have not once ever done a fan meetup. And even if I did do a fan meetup, it wouldn't be a potluck. I don't want to eat any food that anybody else has touched if I don't know them. But it is a very recurring theme on stream when someone like asks where I live or where I'm from, and they say, oh, I'm nearby there. And I'm like, cool. Don't look for me on the street. So moving on. We have kind of a twofer on this one. Kind of a twofer. Next one is going to be... Whoops. Come on now. Me being a freaking boomer. Discord tier lists. Discord tier lists. I do have a visual aid for this one too. You guys remember when we all were like a cute little happy family, and we would all like, we would go on stream, and then afterwards I would hop on voice chat, and we would all just mess around for the rest of the night. That happened because I was, you know, living by myself in my basement, and I didn't have anyone else to really hang around with at 11 o'clock at night. Tier lists, though. We made tier lists, or you guys made tier lists for the most part. I did join in at the end. And these were the most unhinged, stupid tier lists I've ever seen. You guys have bad taste, but on the flip side, you thought that I had bad taste. So there is a whole tier just for me. You guys decided that I have such bad takes that you should put a whole tier just for me of crap that you think I like. Croissants, oatmeal bread, French bread, pumpernickel, and zucchini bread. Now, I'll give it to you on most of those. I do like zucchini bread. I do like French bread. I do like oatmeal bread, probably. And I do like croissants, but pumpernickel? Bro, I don't even know what that is. So, you guys would come with these unhinged takes. Like, you're like, oh yeah, garlic bread, yes. Pita bread, yes. Breadsticks, yes. Naan, yes. Hawaiian rolls, yes. Bagels, I'm warming up to bagels, I'll tell you that. 6 months ago, I would have said no. Cornbread? S tier? Apple says they were near perfect. Actually, bro. I mean, this one's actually decent. I'll say that. Like, banana bread should be S tier. Brioche? No. What the frick is this doing in A? Like, we'll never have rye bread? Huh? Whole grain is in F? You guys will start liking whole grain bread when you get older. Okay? That's healthy. Like, anyway, besides the bread tier list, we also have the ice cream tier list. We have the Ninjy tier. Blue Moon, pistachio, blueberry, and coffee. I do like coffee ice cream. The rest, no. And then you put the most basic flavors in S tier. This is crazy. Green tea, ice cream, B tier. Superman, B tier should be like negative F tier, F minus. We'll never have bacon, Moose Tracks, cherry, raspberry ripple, strawberry cheesecake, peanut butter. Moose Tracks is unhinged. That should not be there. You guys remember this? They're good because they're basic. Superman should be in Z tier. Yeah, this is the crap that you eat when you're 6 years old. What else do we have? Oreo flavor tier list. Why did you guys put so much bullcrap in the Ninjy tier? Look at this. You can't hardly read it. Oreo thins, peep flavored, pumpkin, cinnamon roll, s'mores flavored, carrot cake. What is this? Like strawberries or something? Birthday cake? Ew. I would not eat any of this. I might try the cinnamon roll. Ugh. But Peeps, I hate Peeps, dude. Regular Oreos in S tier, chocolate Oreos, and what, like fudge Oreos? They're all the same freaking thing. Half of these are all the same. These are nasty, dude. And then the will never have is like half the freaking tier list. That one was very much rushed, I remember. Amy putting spaghetti in will never have. Apple recipe tier list. I didn't have that one, but I do. I do have the soda tier list. Bam. Let's see what we put in Ninjy tier. Baja Blast, based. Coke, Pepsi, based. Root beer. You put all the diet ones in here. I hate root beer. It tastes like mint in a can. 7-Up, Canada Dry. What is this? Coke with orange in it? Orange Crush. Sprite Cranberry is in the no tier. That's freaking funny. You guys remember these? Will never have, and then half of them are Pepsi. Diet Right. Nasty. S tier is all the Fantas, and then regular A&W. Okay, we like fruit flavored soda here. Y'all know that cola is the best. Anyway, we are way on this. Like, I thought I had the pasta tier list. I didn't save it. But you guys can find it. It's on the Discord. We only did it because you told us about Peepsy. Ah, the Peeps flavored Pepsi. I disagree with most S tiers. I only put orange Fanta in there. It's been a long time since I've had orange soda. I used to like orange soda when I was young, but not anymore. So this also goes hand in hand with the next one in the Iceberg, which is the Ninjy tier. So we'll put those right next to each other. Yes, sir. So on to the next one. What is the next one? The next one is, bam. I have a twin brother. So you only really don't know this if you're like relatively new to the stream, I feel like. But just for some more context, I feel like, I think this is where I'm going to start getting like more of the AMA questions, is having a twin brother, right? You know, not a lot of people are good friends with twins. They don't know a whole lot about twins besides that they're just two regular people that happen to look the same, most of the time. But yeah, he has been on stream. He is quite literally my best friend. I talk to him every single day, play games with him almost every single day. We were in the same classes. We shared a room for the longest time. Like, probably the most important person to me in my entire life. If you don't know, I did pull a really old picture of us from like 2018 when it was our birthday. And I think I was just about to move to Texas for about 2 years. Yes, I do get brownies for my birthday. Before anyone asks, because I don't like cake. But yeah, Guess which one is me? I'm sure you can tell. Do you and your brother have the same hair color? Yes, sir. Now I'm convinced twins share brain waves. Yeah, like we have superpowers, or brain cells in our case. Based brownies are S tier? Absolutely. Yeah. So this is actually in the kitchen just upstairs of my parents' house. Yeah, this is him, this is me. And just as a little bit of a shill, real fast, he will be on stream with me tomorrow. He won't be in person like he was with the Mario stream. It's just going to be a two-player run of Dead Space 3. We are, in fact, starting that tomorrow. Still working to see if we're going to have a face cam for him. I don't have high hopes, but yeah, he's going to make his return to stream and play Dead Space 3 with us. Very terrible game. It is way too hard. It is unbalanced. It is terribly written. But the only cool thing is that there are segments where you have to split up and you do different things, and if one person fails, you all die. So I think that's an interesting concept at the very least. But yeah, his tag is Shamo. He goes by Shamo on all platforms. You're not gonna find any of his socials or anything, but there he is. And I think that does it for the medium high tier. Do we have any suggestions? I know, Jaden, you were thinking of some suggestions for when she lethal on my companies. Dude, I should have played Lethal Company on stream. I do have it, and I did put one YouTube short up of it. It's fun, but the game is really repetitive, if I'm being honest. But if we don't have any questions or any suggestions to add, we're gonna move on. As we get lower, there are gonna be some things that are a little bit more serious in tone. So just fair warning, if something makes you uncomfortable, then I'm sorry. Because we're gonna get a little bit more into my personal life and a little bit more into just some random things. I'm surprised the brain cell isn't on here. Well, I mean, you very well can suggest it. I mean, we can just put it on right here. Brain cell. And I think this isn't immediately obvious to a lot of people, how the brain cell, like that's what I kind of themed the Discord around, because somebody said one time that everybody who watches the stream shares one brain cell. Like, we all play the same, like we all have like the same sense of humor or say the same things or whatever. Was that Jaden? Yeah, so I stole that. The Discord used to actually be called Ninjy's Neighborhood, and then we changed it to Ninjy's Last Brain Cell, because there's one brain cell and we all fight over it. And if you play better than we do, the majority of us on stream, then you probably have more brain cells than us. I'm still gonna kind of like tweak some stream elements to make them more referential to the brain cell. Like, if you look at your channel points under the Twitch chat, they are called brain cells. They're not just called channel points. I just don't have graphics for them yet, which is something that I could probably work a little harder on, is getting like some animated emotes, which, if we're all here and we can all keep a secret, Ninjy might have an animated emote coming sooner rather than later. Don't say I never did anything for you guys. I really do put a lot of work into this. I remember making the brain cell comment because me and PL did a lot of the same things, used the same characters, both like Pink. It even solidified it when you mixed up our gameplays. Ah, yes, I remember. But yeah, so that's the whole thing about the brain cell. That's the deal with that. But let's move on. Let's go down to the lower tier, medium low. Our next one is going to be a single inside joke for this tier. And that is the Shrookie. If you post this image on my Discord, you're getting timed out for an entire day. Moving forward, I used to time you out for a shorter amount of time. This image is disgusting. Seafood does not belong in a cookie or anything sweet in general. This is freaking gross. One, that's a piece of shrimp. How big is this effing cookie? It's not even cooked all the way through. You can see it's still like doughy. The chocolate's not even melted, dude. Who made this? Who made this and put it on the internet? Like, I'm glad that the seafood's cooked. You're more likely to get sick from the seafood than the cookie that's not cooked all the way. Don't post this on my Discord server. If you even say Shrookie in my Twitch channel, I sometimes will get triggered. This is disgusting. I hate the Shrookie. Who made that? Next. Is bam, hydration inflation. For a lot of you guys, for a long time, I've had a channel point reward for hydrate on my channel, and a lot of you guys thought it was really funny to spam it or have multiple people redeem it at once. I have a small bladder. I drink a ton of water already. I like to try and limit my bathroom breaks on stream to once a stream. I don't know why this is so funny to make me drink water. But I had to implement a thing on stream where every time hydrate was redeemed, which thank you, Lee, for redeeming one right now. Every time hydrate was redeemed, it would increase the point redemption value by 1. So it costed 250, then it costed 251, then 252, and eventually it got up to like 400, and then I would reset it back down to 250. And it did slow down the hydration amounts. W timing, exactly. But yeah, it was just a waste of everybody's time. And you do often lose viewers when you go on a break and come back, right? So I was taking too many breaks and I had to stop. And now you guys seem to be under control, and I appreciate that. But I still do have to pee all the time. I always say when I'm gonna go take a break that I'm gonna go hit the bathroom. Hydration inflation is what made me stop using a hydrate. I remember the hydration inflation. It did its just because I stopped sending hydrates. Yep, exactly. I remember posting the Shrookie and Jaden timed me out for 30 seconds. W mod. See, that's exactly what we need. Okay. What is next? So the next ones are going to be a little bit more like actual stream related, and I apologize in advance. This one's going to be a tough topic. And it was a little bit referenced when we were going through the tier lists, but our next topic is production. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. Only because out of respect for Amy, I did have a fiance for someone I was with for 12 years. She told me a lot that I need to start streaming. I started streaming when she was getting her a new job, a really well-paying job out in Missouri. And I was lonely and needed something to do. I had a really great 12 years with her. And then unfortunately, what I can only describe as a mental health event, and I won't go any further into it than that, because that's what it seems to me. That's literally the only way that I can explain it. One Saturday, right before stream, she sat me down at the the dining room table with her father and said, "I'm leaving, and there's nothing else that you can do about it." And then I cried on stream that day. But the reason why she was called production was because she never made an appearance on stream. There is no footage of her. The only image that you can find of her is in one video that I made, and I covered up her face because she asked me to. But yeah, she never appeared on stream. She would always motion to me or talk to me silently from behind the camera. So because she was behind the camera, she was like, you know, the production, the people calling the shots on the show. And so that's why I called her production. So she was in the Discord for a little while. She would interact every once in a while. But, you know, separation sucks, especially after, you know, 12 years of a relationship, somebody who's been in your life for basically half of it. It hurt a lot. I got a lot of therapy. But in the end, I think we're better for it. I'm better for it. I mean, I really have not spoken to her much since. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what's going on. I know where she lives, because she gave me her address one time for some stuff. But I don't know anything. And I told her that I don't want to know. Cloud God says gym is my therapy. Yeah, dude, I really tried hard to make alcohol not my therapy. And I did a really good job of that. Because I never got like blacked out, you know, smoked out drunk. I would drink a little bit, but I always limit myself, which was great. And you have Amy upgrade if you ask me. Yeah. So, in short, do I resent some of that? Yes. Do I think it was necessary that it happened? Yes. But you don't know that when you're going through it, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much to say. Like I said, I kind of want to keep that one on the DL, like as far as how much information gets out, because I want to respect privacy. But this does lead into my next one, which is the ItsNinjy tournament series. The ItsNinjy tournament series, I think that's what we called it. It's something like that. This was the announcement stream where I made the announcement that I was dating Amy. I kind of made this one a big deal. Double elimination bracket. Advertised for it for a little bit. Gave away some subs for the top placers. Which Clout God was first. Shoutouts to Clout God. Earned yourself a Ninjy sub there. And well fought grand finals too, because Clout God was in winners playing Cloud. I was in losers playing me Brawler. I reset the bracket, went to grand finals, and then when he switched to Pokemon Trainer, that is when I could not keep up with the Donkey Kong. I was just about to ask who won. Oh, come on, man. You know that you're getting a shout out. I used that as a segue to announce that Amy and I were seeing each other, because, Amy was a very prominent member of the community for a while, and we were being a little secretive about it, and a few people about a week in advance, maybe a little bit more than that for some, knew that we were together, and we wanted to announce that without it just being like a whole big thing, and it being really awkward. But if you guys want to know something interesting, I still have that stream. Oops, let's see. I still have it. I recorded the whole thing. See, if you will humor me. And then the drama with the guy that should not be named. Well, just wait. See, just 3 for me, please. Okay. So this was like, at the beginning I was asking if you guys could guess who the special guest was, because I was teasing a special guest for a while. And a lot of people didn't know. See, just 3 for me, please. Okay. A lot of guesses for me, please. Who was my old doubles partner? But Captain Falcon player, you know, comes in the stream a lot. But this is the reveal. Yeah, let's do this. So, introducing our stream special guest. Everybody, put your hands together. Big round of applause. Big drum roll. There's the painted nails for Amy. It's Amy. And she like blows the mic out every single time that she laughs or says anything. Yeah. So Vanny Schweetz for those who don't know. Yeah, she is a special guest. I remember that stream. Me and Apple had a great set. I jokingly guessed "Knee, please." I remember being so excited I almost cried. Yeah. This is, yeah. So she's being goofy in the back there. But yeah, that's pretty significant, I think, for the stream, just because anytime I take a vacation, it's her fault. So I mean, I need the vacations though, because I stream way too much. 4 times a week for a year. It's crazy. It still makes me happy. Still makes me happy too. Anyway, what is next? Oh, and then I was just saving this one just kind of like as a haha funny. Because I have no shame in it, and sometimes it's weird. I did make a YouTube video about this, but it's the Valentine's Day stream. And I have it up here, but basically, like, it was just a special event stream where during the stream you could redeem channel points, just so I would make you a custom Valentine live, and it was always in reference to your main character. Will you do another one this year? I mean, there's potential. There is potential, yes. Yep, there's the Ninjy striptease. It is right here. Like I said, there's a YouTube video. I'm not gonna play like much of it, but this is the majority of the Valentines that we made. And actually, funny enough, there's a lot of people that we already know on there, plus some extras. You know, Jaden got a few, PL got a few, productions on there. Yeah, and I think there was like 2 more after this, but yeah. They all have really, really bad things, like this K rule. You rule my world from Ninjy to Jaden Pratt. Be my Valence line from Ninjy to Shadow 7x5. Like, they're so bad. My heart beats fast when you're around. For random, will you be my Valentine? That was a rhetorical question. You have no choice. Because it just has a question mark in it. You're out of this world, Valentine. This town couldn't be complete without you. Howl, always be your Valentine for Wolf. You really jiggle my puffs. Give me your Triforce of friendship. Yikes. Yikes, these were bad. I mean, they were supposed to be bad. You know what's bad? Oh my gosh, it won't even load. Which, you know, it's probably for the better. It's probably for the better. We're not gonna show that off. If you want to see that, the corniness makes it better. Yeah, I know. Gosh, if you want to see corniness, if you want to see cringe, go ahead and check that out on the YouTube channel. All right, we're back. So this one may take a little bit of explaining. Like I said, this is the last thing that I actually have prepared. Because really the Iceberg doesn't go super deep, but this will be something that a lot of you guys don't actually know about. There is a very big behind the scenes thing that happened, you know, when it comes to the stream itself. And this is the first subscriber / mod ban. I want to preface this by saying that the internet is a very scary place, okay? There's a lot of BS that goes on that shouldn't. There's a lot of, you know, people that do not have your best intentions at heart. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times you don't see this stuff coming. It just comes out of left field, and you have to deal with it. In you know, hopefully learn from the experience and handle it better the next time. I think that this is probably my biggest failing as a Twitch streamer / Discord mod, which I don't like identifying as a Discord mod, but that's neither here nor there. There was somebody who was watching my stream for a very long time. One of my first long-time viewers. The guy was weird though. Weird dude. Just spoke very weird, was into weird things, would interact with other viewers in very weird ways. And ultimately, this is why a lot of my rules on my Discord changed. Where, you know, we're not talking about personal things anymore on Discord. We are not posting pictures of ourselves on Discord. Why my DM policy is changed. He was the first mod on the Discord channel. And what he started doing was essentially flirting with and harassing multiple members of the stream, including myself. And to make a very long story short, he was trying to create connections with people in order to meet up in person and do God knows what. At first, I thought that the in-person interactions that he wanted to have with people was limited to one person. And then I noticed that he started making a whole bunch of other people uncomfortable. I'm not naming him on purpose, because he was a very prevalent member of the Twitch stream as well. But it was really concerning behavior, and if I'm being honest, I needed to put down the ban hammer a lot quicker. I was too afraid of shaking up the community. I was too afraid of banning someone who paid me money to watch me. I don't want to say that I felt like it was unfair, but I didn't know how to handle situations like this. But this is the good thing about Twitch and Discord, is that it's my community and I can do what I want with it. If I feel like you don't belong for one reason or another, I can simply ban you and be done with the problem. I have been more heavy-handed about bans and timeouts and things of that nature, warnings, rule updates, since then. And not only have I had some scrutiny about the way that I handled that online, I had some scrutiny about how I handled it from people that I know in person. So I'm sorry that I let that happen to you guys. I'm sorry that I didn't handle it the way that I wanted to. This isn't an apology video. Like, you know, I'm sorry. It's all taken care of. In the end, it only caused a little bit of emotional hurt, but nobody got, like, traumatized or anything, which is great. You did a good thing for us, Dan, and we appreciate you for that. Well, thank you. Yeah. What I learned from the whole thing is that if I'm going to create communities, I have to go through the effort to protect the people in those communities. And it sometimes will require some difficult decisions to be made. But I mean, that's basically it. He wanted to meet in person with some people. He was making some romantic statements, or like romantically inclined statements to some people, some weird flirtatious statements. But not only that, he knew about me and Amy getting together, and he told me how bad of an idea that was. And he wouldn't let it go. But we're, you know, everyone in the situation was an adult, so like nobody needed the opinions and whatever. Anyway, and he wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let it go, and I was getting harassed pretty frequently because of it. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That's all that I have for the Ninjy stream Iceberg. I put this together in like an hour and a half. So like, if you guys have anything else that you want to add, Big Marth fan / the Queen should be in low mid. I don't know if it's considered an inside joke because it did go on for a long time. We can add that. For those of you that don't know, Big Marth fan / the Queen. Another 2 prominent members. Where should we put this? Like, I'm thinking up here. Big Marth fan / the Queen. Obviously this is Lee and Jaden, who changed their names to do a bit on Twitch. Big Marth fan was copying like the Ike fan on Twitter, talking in all caps, saying how everything about his life, school, work, family is all about Marth. And then the Queen, because we call Jaden's Bowser the Queen, they had to stick with those names for 60 days after they changed it, because you can only change your name on Twitch once every 60 days. It did bleed a little bit into the Discord. It was funny for a while, but it's hard to keep up that persona. So I don't blame you guys for only keeping it up for a certain amount of time. Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, it sounds like it was a little bit difficult. The Ninjy Me stream should be on here somewhere. I think that's like almost down here. That is Ninjy impersonators. Good suggestion, Apple. The Ninjy impersonators. One time, everybody came on stream. All of the regulars came on stream onto the Smash Bros. Lobby with their own Miis that looked like me. And they all changed their name on Smash Bros. To Ninjy. Most of you guys had changed your profile pictures to Donkey Kong as well. They were just all different colors. And then when I switched from Brawler to DK, you guys all switched from Brawler to DK. And I didn't know who was who. I knew everybody was in chat. I didn't see that coming at all. That was all coordinated by you guys. And it was strange. I only guessed, I think, one of them correctly. One person playing correctly. And then everybody else I got mixed up. And then I remember that somebody got a little offended that I didn't know it was them that was playing. Names shall not be named. But it's hard to tell who is who just off of gameplay from characters that those people don't normally play. The Ninjyverse. Yes, that's also a good name for it. That was like the best playing thing ever. That was fun for sure. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good stream. It was very hard to commentate when everyone's playing the same character. Oh yeah, the Ninjy with the glasses, and then the Ninjy with the, there's like, you know, there's Black Ninjy on there. It very, very hard to commentate. One of our best moments. I wonder. Oh, Jaden says, I wonder who that was. Who was offended? He didn't deserve to be the one offended. Hey, it is what it is. What else? What else should be on the Ninjy Iceberg? This song's annoying me. And that song also annoys me. Yeah, actually, this is a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. What else should be on the iceberg? Does anybody have any AMA questions? Like I said, it can be next to anything. There's almost nothing that's off limits. It could be about my job, my personal life, my childhood, my car. Did I do Batty Bowser on stream? I think you did. I know I did Toxic Ganon. That was even before the Queen. Yeah, I remember that. I think that was a thing for at least a month or so. But all right, I mean, if we have no questions, if we have no other suggestions to put on the iceberg, then I think we got 45 minutes worth of Smash Bros in us. Maybe? Question mark? If we're only doing 45 minutes worth of Smash Bros, we all better just have a good time with it. We all don't need to be going try hard. I would hate for one person to just run the arena for the rest of the 45 minutes. Isn't Batty Bowser the Queen? I think I started calling Batty Bowser the Queen because I felt like my Bowser leveled up. All right, well, let's do it. Let's call out post. All right, let's do it. Let's do the 45 minutes of Smash Bros.